It has been a while since I've driven a car that looked this plain, but is so very potent. This is an incredible car. It's powerful, agile, it sounds like a beast even in stock form. I've had such an amazing time driving it this week. This is the 2024 Audi S4 with winter wheels and tires. This is a true wolf in sheep's clothing. A normal Audi S4 looks much racier than this. This one is painted in the Daytona gray pearl paint with the added black optic package, which adds black exterior trim all over. So normally you'd have brushed aluminum or chrome finish around the side intakes, the grille surrounds, the Audi rings, by the rocker panels, the rear bumper and the exhaust ports, the window surrounds, and also the side view mirror caps, which I feel is like an Audi S-Car signature. So in this car, all of those items have been blacked out, giving this a super stealthy look. As part of that package, you normally get the 19-inch 5 V-spoke wheel design with titanium finish, which would really complete the aggressive look and show off the bright red S4 4-piston calipers up front. But since I'm reviewing this in the winter time, Audi has decided to put on its winter shoes for me to test. And while these wheels look very boring, it transforms the S4 into kind of a sleeper car. People won't know unless they know what to look for in these cars, like the unique front bumper, the slightly lower stance, the better brakes, and the rear bumper with the quad exhaust, which is the biggest giveaway. But overall, this is a very handsome looking luxury car that's going to impress wherever you go. I'll be drawing a lot of comparisons between this Audi S4 and the BMW M340i. They are very closely matched. Let me know which one you like better. And if you want to see my review of the BMW M340i, click the link up in the corner. Now let's jump into the interior because it's cold out here. But before we go, if you enjoy these car reviews that are short and to the point, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It'll help this channel out tremendously. Inside, this Audi S4 looks pretty racy. There's a healthy serving of carbon fiber trim all over, giving this nice depth and texture to the interior. This is something that you get with the Audi Sport interior package, which is $900, and not a bad upgrade because you also get the red stitching on the steering wheel and also the seats. As for the seats, they look awesome. Black leather, looks high quality and high class, and there's also nice bolsters to support your spirited driving. As for the center console, you have nice physical buttons here, always a good thing, and if you just graze the buttons, it'll show you the selections. Up top, there's a 10.1-inch touchscreen with built-in navigation, and also wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Now, what do you guys think of this style of infotainment screen? Do you like this tablet-style design or a more integrated solution? Let me know in the comments. Now, the Audi A4 S4 family has pretty much looked like this for several years, and I think it's time for a big redesign. The new BMW M340i has a single panel display style that integrates both the infotainment and the digital driver display, and I think the design is more modern as there's several car companies employing this interior design strategy. Again, let me know if you prefer this modern style or something like this Audi or something else. Now, looking straight ahead, there's a digital driver display and also a heads-up display. Plenty of information on hand, and of course you could also customize the views any way you want. For the second row, these compact luxury sedans can be on the cramped side. There's 35.7 inches of rear legroom and 37.4 inches of headroom. There's enough legroom here, but if you want more space, you're gonna have to go with the larger cars. And I'm 5'8", and I feel comfortable in this car, but if you're any taller, you might be crouching a bit. The BMW M340i is slightly worse at 35.2 inches of rear legroom and also similar headroom at 37.6 inches. And back here, I like the center console because of the heated outboard seats, automatic climate control, some venting, and also in the back here, we have some more nice carbon fiber trim. As for cargo space, by the way, nice black lip spoiler here and the black Audi rings. When we get inside, there's 12 cubic feet of cargo space. Pretty small for luxury sports sedans. Quite a big difference versus the BMW M340i at 17 cubic feet of space. And for a frame of reference, this is my 30-liter photography bag. This is roughly the size of a small check-in bag, and you can see just how much of these you could fit in this trunk. Small plus though, you do get a spare. Now, when it comes to the power, the Audi S4 is powered by a 3-liter V6 that makes 349 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. It's a very gutsy engine that can easily land you in jail if you're not careful. With the 8-speed automatic and the quattro all-wheel drive system, this thing goes from 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. It also does it while sounding like an angry bull. proactive when you're in dynamic mode. It tries to keep it in a lower gear at most times, and it makes the car feel very eager to go. Of course, you can quiet all of that attitude down by switching it to a different driving mode. As for the handling, the Audi S4 handles supremely well around corners. This has the spirit and athleticism of a proper sports sedan. Combine it with the Quattro system, and this S4 is a grip monster. And it reminds me of some of the all-wheel drive rally greats of the past, but in a more presentable, bespoke suit kind of presentation. This tester comes with the S Sport package, which gives it a sport rear diff, so you can send more torque to the side with more grip. And then there's also the adaptive damping for the suspension. As for the steering, it feels very sharp and has great feedback. And since it has electric power steering, you can also adjust the amount of assistance. You can ask for a bit less boost for a heavier and more sporty driving feel. Now, when you're not going 10/10ths in the Audi S4, this can actually be a really comfortable luxury car. Leave everything in comfort mode, and the throttle response gets a bit softer and lazier. The ride becomes more comfortable, and the exhaust doesn't bark at you as much. It becomes a very sedate cruiser. How does it compare to the BMW M340i? The one I tested is the rear-wheel drive version. You can also get it in the all-wheel drive flavor with the X-Drive, which is a little bit more expensive. Whichever one you go with, you'll get the 3-liter inline-6 B58 engine with a single twin-scroll turbo, which makes a healthy 382 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. You can find that engine in the Toyota Supra as well. Both the BMW M340i and the Audi S4 register the same 0 to 60 time of 4.4 seconds, but the BMW M340i X-Drive version does it in 4.1 seconds. That's the same as the BMW M3. The Beamer also makes a mean noise when you drive it hard. It has adaptive suspension and different driving modes for your various driving situations, and it handles, steers, and rides like a proper sports sedan. You definitely need to consider this car as well if you're thinking about the Audi S4. So I think my favorite part of this Audi S4 is its ability to be very relaxed, but also with the switch of a few buttons become just insanely mad. When you have it in dynamic mode and then turn on the sport mode, this Audi S4 just becomes a blast to drive. You never want to stop driving it. It's really an incredible drive. This car, when coupled with that dark optic package and the silly 18-inch winter wheels, this becomes kind of a sleeper car. And it sort of looks like a Volkswagen Passat. And mileage-wise, it's not bad either. You get 21 city, 29 highway, and 24 miles per gallon combined. It's not as good as the BMW M340i, which gets 31 miles per gallon on the highway. Now, would I pick this over the BMW M340i or the X-Drive version? That's a really tough choice, and since you're still watching, check out my video review of the BMW M340i. I think you're gonna really like that. And I wanna thank you so much for watching all the way up to this point. Please remember to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.